I don't like spending money on things that don't matter, which is why today I'll be sharing 8 things that I do not spend money on. And the first thing is alcohol. Honestly, I've never been a huge fan of drinking, and I've only ever had a couple of drinks in my life, but never enough to the point where I've ever been drunk. I recently found out that research shows that alcohol consumption is on the decline among young people, with each generation drinking less than the previous. Whatever you may feel about alcohol, the fact is that not only is it harmful to your health, but it can also get pretty expensive if you are out buying drinks often. So I made the personal decision to just cut alcohol out completely because I never want to feel out of control of my body, and I also want to treat my body with respect, knowing that it is God's temple, and I feel really good about that choice and I have zero regrets. The next thing I do not spend money on is a gym membership. I actually enjoy exercising, and when I first moved to LA last year, I did sign up for a gym, but after a few months, I decided to cancel my membership because I realized that I really didn't need it. I live in an apartment complex and there is a gym on site, and even though it's not super well stocked, I find that for my purposes, it has enough that I need. I've also transitioned into doing a lot of workouts in my apartment and just following along with YouTube videos. All of that has saved me over $100 each month. And also, depending on where you live, going outside, just walking, taking a hike, running, that's all free and a great way to enjoy fresh air. The next thing I have stopped spending on is cable TV. I'm pretty busy these days, like keeping up with my YouTube channel and just trying to build great relationships. So I found that after work, I don't even have time to sit down and watch TV. So I'd much rather spend that time reading, hanging out with friends, or talking to family. So a couple of years ago, I bought a Roku stick, and I share streaming services with my family. So we have like a DirecTV streaming account, Hulu, and Netflix. So between those services and then also YouTube, I found that I'm covered. The next thing I do not spend money on is takeout. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy cooking my own meals at home, and as I've gotten older, I've started to take more and more interest into how I am eating and how I'm fueling my body because I want to make sure that I'm fueling it properly. And when I cook my own meals, then I'm in charge of the ingredients, I'm in charge of the way that the meal is prepared, and I can add things or remove things to my personal satisfaction. That's not to say that I do not eat out at restaurants, because I still do sometimes, but when it comes to takeout, not only do you lose control over the way that the meal is prepared, but you also have to consider the fees of like Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever company you may be using, because those fees add up quickly. You could order a $20 meal and then easily end up spending $50 once you consider the fees, the taxes, and the tip. And to me, that is just not worth it. So if I really do want to eat out, I will either go to a restaurant in person or order the food to the restaurant and pick it up myself. The next thing I have stopped buying is clothes that are not on sale. I can't even remember the last time when I bought a piece of clothing at full price, because I just do not do that anymore. If there's one thing about me, I will always find and shop a sale. Over the past 2 years, there has been a shift in the way that I shop. I used to shop a lot at Shein, but I stopped doing that. And now I'm focusing on buying higher quality clothes that will last me longer. But that also has meant that my wardrobe has become a lot smaller, but I don't mind that. I'm actually working on building up a capsule wardrobe that consists of mostly neutral colors like black, white, and gray. And if you have watched some of my videos on my channel before, you'll notice that I rotate between the same set of tops, because when I first started my channel, I thought every time I came on camera, I would have to have a different outfit, but I've realized that that really doesn't matter. It just takes my focus away from the content and puts it on the clothes when my focus really should be on the content. The next thing I do not buy is pre-packaged food, and I'm talking about fruits and vegetables that are pre-cut. These are without a doubt more convenient, but that also means you end up paying a little bit more for that convenience. As much as possible, I just try and buy the whole fruit or the whole vegetable, and then I just spend some extra time at home prepping it on my own, and it honestly doesn't even take that long, and it easily saves me money every single time I go to the grocery store. The next thing I do not spend money on is lottery tickets. The lottery is a losing game no matter which way you look at it. even if you buy multiple lottery tickets, your chances of winning are so small. It's fine if you want to play every once in a while, but in my opinion, it's not something that should become a habit. If you really want to earn additional money, I think the best way is to leverage your skills to earn additional income. I've been thinking about doing an entire video on the lottery and how it preys on the poor, so if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, make sure to leave a comment down below so I know to create that video for you. The next thing I do not spend money on is expensive beauty treatments like hair and nails. I actually learned how to braid my own hair 3 years ago, and it has saved me, no joke, thousands of dollars. All of my 4B and 4C hair girls, I'm sure you know, braiding your hair is not cheap. So even though it took me a lot of time, it took me a lot of trial and error, and I'm still learning through it, but I feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm pretty comfortable with my skills. So it's a skill that I enjoy having, and it saved me so much money. And then for my nails, I have invested in some quality nail polishes, and I'll just paint my nails whenever I like. I still will go to the salon sometimes if I have a special occasion coming up, or if I just want to treat myself, but going to the salon where I live in LA is pretty expensive, so it's not something that I make a habit of. Now I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what's something that you do not spend money on. And before you leave, be sure to like this video and then subscribe to my channel for more on money.